Two of the most powerful people in American intelligence just made stunning admissions about extraterrestrial life and unidentified phenomena. Acting NASA Administrator Sean Duffy publicly requested the alien briefing on national radio, while Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard admitted she believes aliens may exist and questioned official explanations about mysterious drones over New Jersey, and they both spoke about this one day apart from their air date. I'm Cristina Gomez, and welcome to this episode of UFO News Updates. Sean Duffy, who serves as both Transportation Security and Acting NASA Administrator following President Trump's appointment, recently told Fox News host Jimmy Fallon that he hasn't received the alien briefing yet, but has actively requested it. And this might sound like a joke, but when you hear him say it, there's a little giggle, but he's not really joking. At least it doesn't sound like it.
Tulsi Gabbard this week talked about the fact that aliens could be real and she might want to declassify a few things. Now, all I can tell you is what I know, Duffy. We know the drones are not from New Jersey because they've been using their blinkers. Now what?
Well, first off, Jimmy, saw the drones. The drones are real, right? I don't think we had the accoutrements in position to actually see what that was. But
okay.
But say what? I just want to be really clear. I haven't had the alien briefing yet, but I've asked for it.
Okay.
So I can't comment on it. And I can't wait to come back and talk about the highly classified information on your show. So I'm going to get in this briefing. And by the way, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. But actually, you know what I do? I mean, I think we're in a space right now in America that we want transparency. I mean, people do, and there's decisions that have to be made, but as much as if feasibly possible, we want to share as much information with the American people.
And this dual role places Duffy uniquely at the intersection of aviation security and space exploration, precisely where UAP investigations operate, while Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard separately told a New York Post podcast that she believes aliens could possibly be real and has lingering questions about UFOs. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. When asked about UFOs on the Fox News radio, Duffy was refreshingly direct about wanting access to classified information. Duffy says decisions have to be made on what information is released to the public, but what exactly is the alien briefing? And this appears to reference a comprehensive classified briefing that high-level officials receive about UAP data, potentially non-human intelligence and related government knowledge. And there's always been this underlying assumption that NASA knows a lot more about UFOs and ET than what they lead on. As both Transport Security and Acting NASA Administrator, Duffy would have legitimate reasons to access this information, you would think, right? Especially given NASA's growing role in UAP research, especially their UFO research group. And what makes this significant is Duffy's public acknowledgement that such a briefing exists and his transparent admission that he is actively seeking it. And this contrasts with the typical government approach of neither confirming nor denying such programs. And by the tone of his voice, it doesn't sound like he was joking at all. It's also worth noting that Duffy did talk about the New Jersey drones as well. He was asked about it time and time again, and his first answers were, I don't really know what's going on, to we need to investigate it and we need to get our best technology to really decipher what is going on up there. And this aligns with what Tulsi had mentioned in her interview just last week, that she has a lot of questions about the New Jersey drone incident. More questions than what the Trump administration had tried to lay out as, oh, it was all FAA approved. Well, if the DNI has questions, then there must be something to it. Here's what she said on the Podforce One interview.
And the New Jersey, the strange objects over New Jersey were drones.
I still have a lot of questions around that.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard what the public official line is. I just personally still have a lot of questions that are unanswered.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just New Jersey. It was happening in different parts of the country.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. And we had the Chinese spy balloon. I mean, who knows what what the Chinese could be sending over?
Yeah, there's a lot of classified information about that.
Wow.
She also mentions that these New Jersey drone incidents were happening in different parts of the country. And while many of us are not really liking the term drone, that's just how it's been titled over these last few months. But these haven't just been happening over the US. They've been happening around the world, and there have been reports from Denmark and from England during that same time frame. Overall, this is remarkable because Gabbard oversees America's entire intelligence apparatus, 18 agencies that would have access to classified information about these incidents. If she has a lot of questions despite her position, what does that tell us about the official explanation? Now, these statements from Duffy and Gabbard represent something unprecedented. High-ranking officials openly acknowledging gaps in their knowledge about phenomena that may have national security implications. Even Vice President J.D. Vance brought up his interest in UFOs during the same time frame that Duffy and Gabbard brought it up. Coincidence? And then, of course, we can't forget to mention Congresswoman Luna talking to Joe Rogan about interdimensionals. But here's what makes this moment different from past UAP discussions. We're seeing coordinated efforts across multiple branches of government, congressional leaders like Eric Burleson stating in May of 2025, this is not a one-time thing. This is a systematic change to the process in the way that we are transparent with the American people. Luna had also used the term transparency. Tulsi also used the term transparency, that they want to be transparent with the American public. But is that true? Well, we won't know until it begins to happen. Now, why does congressional transparency actually matter for the UFO conversation? Because for decades, the stigma around UAP reporting has prevented serious scientific study out in the public. When military pilots or scientists risk their careers for reporting anomalous phenomena, we lose critical data. But there's another perspective worth considering. UFO researcher and computer scientist Jacques Vallée recently told the Soul Foundation this.
When is the last time science had to wait for a decision of Congress to study something? I mean, that's not the way a university works. You know, you're doing some experiments. You in the course of those experiments, you discover the discrepancy. You study the discrepancy because it could lead to an invention or to a breakthrough or to a new theory of something. You have a patient in front of you who is dying of something that has not been recognized before. You document it. You don't call your congressman. So why are we spending all this time in Washington assuming that Congress is going to do science? This is not what we pay them for. This is not what Congress does.
That's a fantastic
Congress makes
point,
laws, and the laws may or may not have anything to do with science. So we're talking, they certainly have a role in this, which is very important, but we are misunderstanding the role of the legislator.
Vallée makes a crucial point. Science shouldn't need political permission to investigate unexplained phenomena. Yet the UAP topic has been so classified and stigmatized that congressional action has almost become maybe necessary to legitimize what should be routine scientific inquiry. But what we're witnessing isn't just isolated incidents. It's a pattern of high-level officials positioned at the intersection of intelligence, space exploration, and national security are all pointing to the same interest: UFOs. Here's what I want to know from you. Do you think we're witnessing the beginning of genuine UFO disclosure, or is this just more of government theater? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Cristina Gomez, and that is it for today. I will see you next time. Be safe, and remember, keep your eyes on the skies. If you enjoyed today's show, hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the notification bell as I do daily UFO news and updates. Fresh UAP stories, government disclosures, and breaking developments land here every single day.